All right. Well, it is after Electric Forest. It is Tuesday, and I'm in a hotel in Grand Rapids. So I just wanted to give kind of a recap of Electric Forest and how it went. And yeah, so basically, I flew into Grand Rapids and got picked up by one of my awesome friends' best friend. And we went to her house, grabbed the stuff that she needed, and then we went to camp at Electric Forest. We went and got our credentials, we saw the salon, we met everyone, and then it rained. So everyone went back to their tent. It was pretty cold. It got pretty stormy. The tents held up really well, actually. Like, none of my stuff got wet. I put all my stuff in bags. But it was definitely so cold. Like, last Electric Forest, I was sweating to death. I thought I was going to pass away. But this year was cold. So I was not prepared. So make sure next year we dress for both occasions, not just for one, for both, because you are going to get both. You're going to get both, and you're going to get sick. Hopefully I'm not getting sick, but I feel like these are swollen. Anyways, so my feelings going into Electric Forest, I was so excited, feeling a little bit like, I made it, like, yeah. But then I start thinking, oh my God, like, what did I sign up for? Like, this is huge. Like, we're braiding Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I've never braided that many times in a row for that long. And I knew it was going to be a lot, but I actually handled it pretty well. Like, I actually did pretty well. My hands are definitely sore, but there were so many talented braiders there. Like, every single person that I was with, I was learning something while they were doing it. So while I was there, I was literally just walking around, trying to ask questions, trying to look at what other people are doing, because I felt like you have this many people, this many artists in one place, and everybody has different ways of doing things, even though it's like the basics are kind of the same. So I walked around, everyone was so ready to like help me and encourage me and do all this other stuff. It was a very good, like, collaborative team. And I felt very inspired, I felt very supported and very encouraged. Like, there was not bad vibes, there was no negative things, which was really comforting for me, because I feel like the last couple months have been really hard working in the festival business, because, you know, you see the fun side of everything, and you see the party side and all this other stuff, and then you start working behind the scenes and you see how much actual work goes into every single thing, like how to set up the stations, how to bring up the hair, like how they're building the stages, how long people are in these camping in these tents. Like, there's so much that goes on behind the scenes at a festival that you have no clue until you're behind there. So there is a lot of emotions. There is people that still have life things going on. There is, you know, sad things that happen at the festival, and then you still have to go work the next day. Like, there is a lot of emotions that go into festivals. And so being around people that are supportive and collaborative is very important, because feeling like you don't belong in a place that's already so heightened with emotion is really hard. I also think that it's very hard to find people in this industry to look up to. I feel like I've had several people that were really like inspirational in my mind, all this other stuff, but then catty drama just gets in the way. And it's like, people are rude, people take advantage of you, people exploit you because you're new and you don't really know what to expect or what the right thing is. So if you're a new braider, like, realize that really you can make whatever environment you want to. Like, you don't have to say yes to things. You don't have to do things that you don't feel aligned with. You don't have to do things that make you feel like you're not good enough. Because I've had several experiences of people that I really look up to, and they became very hurtful to me. And you get to a point where you almost get scared, like, finding people that you look up to or finding people that inspire you, because you're not sure if it's real or not, or if it's just a front. But I think that that's helped me grow a lot as a person, and becoming able to stand up for myself and say that this doesn't align or this doesn't work. So I feel like I had that kind of I don't know, grow up before Electric Forest. So then at Electric Forest, I came in thinking, okay, like I got this on my own. Like if I make friends, great, like whatever. But it kind of shifted the way that I was moving inside of this environment. And I was pleasantly surprised because, you know, there's always going to be people that don't really talk to you or don't really like interact with you, and that's okay. But there are also people that are shy just like you. And so sometimes if you're the one that starts a conversation, or you're the one that compliments them, or you're the one that asks them a question, like that's what creates an initial connection. And then honestly, like really good things can happen after that, or even like a lesson can happen after that. So don't be afraid to like put yourself out there and feel stupid and make, you know, mistakes. Or if someone sits down in your chair, like that was another thing that I really struggled with. If someone sat down in my chair and showed me a picture that I wasn't super comfortable with, I had the decision to say, hey, you know, I'm not super great at this. This is something that I'm super great at, but this person over here is really good at this. And that's something that I did, but most of the people just wanted me and they wanted to get braided by me. And so we adjusted the hairstyle to where we both felt comfortable. And that was a really cool thing that I had. I'm also super thankful for the other braiders that really took the time to like come over and like teach me things that genuinely made a difference. Like there were several girls that really changed the way that I braid, and I feel like I was at like a braid boot camp all weekend, and I just learned so many things because I've never been in a room with other braiders really before. Like I've been in fast-paced environments where we're doing like quick styles, but I've never been in a room full of artists that are just creating on the spot, because that's kind of how the salon was, and it was so cool. So how the schedule was basically we had to be there at 9 a.m. every single day, and we had appointments or we had walk-ins, and then our shift was till 9 p.m. But if we got done early or if the salon was slow, like each day it got a little bit lighter, so we got off a little bit earlier each time. I also ripped my nail all the way down to here because I was braiding and I went on the back of the chair and it ripped it off. It was so painful. So I did this on Tuesday, so I braided with 4 fingers the whole weekend. So, but yeah, so then the schedule was like 9 to 9, and then we would go into the festival after. I spent a lot of time alone in the festival actually, because I've never been to a festival really by myself. Like I've done a couple sets where it's like I was at EDC and I went to a set during my break by myself, but this was an entire festival by myself. I definitely met up with some friends, I made some friends, but it was a very much like self-finding festival for me to, you know, recalibrate and be able to really channel into myself and what I want, and like, do I want to stand here? Do I want to listen to this music? Is this music what I like still? Do I want to go somewhere else? What do I want to do? So it really put me in a position where it was like I had to make the decision of when I needed to go home and get sleep. I had to make the decision of where do I want to stand, or what energy am I in? Is this vibe good? Do I need to move? Should I make this friend? Should I not? Should I trust this person? Okay, guys. This is like the 10th time I've recorded this, and it just keeps getting deleted. So if this works, and if you see this, hello, I'm back from Electric Forest. And the end of the other video, when I was at Electric Forest, I had another however many minutes, and it deleted in the hotel, and my mental just I could not record it. I could not record it again. And then I recorded a different day, and then deleted. And so now I did it one more time, it deleted one more time. So now this is the last and final time that I will be filming this, because okay. So I guess the updates from Electric Forest is I did indeed get sick, just like I always do at every camping festival. So if anybody has any tips on how to not get too cold or too hot or have too much dust and become ill, let me know. Yeah, so it's been, I don't know, a couple weeks since Electric Forest, and I've had a lot of time to reflect and think, and it's kind of hard because I feel like it was forever ago at this point and I can't really remember a lot of things, but then I start talking about it and I'm like, oh, that was like not very long ago. And I'm just so thankful for that opportunity, and I'm so thankful for the people that like pushed me to be brave enough to go and encouraged me to go, and the people that I met there and the people that I knew that met up with me there. And I'm just so thankful for that whole experience. I feel like I've grown a lot and learned a lot since then, and so I'm just here to brain dump my thoughts, because maybe it will help someone, maybe it will help me, and maybe it will get deleted again. I don't really know. But yeah, so I don't really remember what I was talking about in the video right before this, but coming home from Electric Forest, I think that one thing that I took away was I want to live my life the way that I do at a festival. Now, let's not get crazy. I'm not saying be crazy, be partying, be whatever. I'm just saying the energy that I'm in when I'm at a festival or braiding or doing art or something like that is the energy that feels the most like the highest version of myself. I feel the most confident, I feel the most happy, I feel the most in flow with my life, and I think it's really hard to transition that life into like normal life again. That's been really hard. I feel like it's been kind of sad, because something that I've noticed at festivals is everyone's very present. Everyone's very, like nobody's really looking at their phone. Everyone's playing games or talking or having deep conversations or listening to music, and just energetically, I feel like all on the same level and connecting. And you actually like see people again. Like when you were a kid and you would go to the playground at school, or you would go to different like summer camps or whatever, and everyone just was hanging out. Like nobody was stressed about a bunch of stuff, and nobody was, you know, worrying about if they looked cool or if the lighting was good or if they were going to get a good photo. Like everyone was just hanging out, you know, playing in the mud, whatever. And so I think that it's really hard to come out of a festival, especially Electric Forest, where people come up and have life-changing conversations with you out of nowhere, or someone will come up and say something to you that changes the way that you think, and you can see people's eyes because they're looking at you, they're looking up, they're looking around, like they're interacting with their environment, and there's something so healing about that. And so that's something that I took away that I really want to focus on more in my life, is trying to be more present in my life and not so worried about outcomes or what I look like or what people are thinking, and you know, walking around and smiling at people and looking at people in the face, because I think the world lacks real human connection and real human empathy. And you know, I think every single person in the world has really hard things that they go through at different times, and some are harder than the others, but at the end of the day, like we all started here as just a little kid exploring the world, experiencing things for the first time, and everyone's just going through it. And so I think that the festival space has taught me how to be more comfortable interacting with strangers or people that I don't know. And obviously it's like a safety factor too, because if you're at a festival, most of the time, sometimes not, but most of the time, it's really safe to just like walk around and join a group of people that are talking and just become their friend. And that's more of the energy that I want around me. I've realized a lot that, you know, the people that you surround yourself with and the way that they think and the way that they perceive information and the way that they handle hard things, like everything contributes to your environment, and controlling your environment really does change your life. And so I think that since I've been home, I'm trying to be more present in the moment and not be so worried about like, oh, I need to film this, or I need to get this, or I need to do this. And just realizing that like time is so precious and it goes by so fast. And I want to really live the human experience to the fullest potential possible. And so I guess to close this all out, if there's something that you just even have like the tiniest little thought about of, oh, maybe I should try this, just fucking do it. Like, literally just do it, because there's so many things in the festival scene where it's like, okay, I sold lemonade at Coachella, and that was crazy and fun, but also like hard, but also like, okay, a character development moment. And there's so many different ways to go to music festivals if you don't have the means to, or if you want to, you know, work behind the scenes, or if you want to be in part of art, or maybe you don't even know that. And so, you know, start looking for opportunities to go to festivals that maybe you can't afford, or maybe you're not, like, you know, have a rave fam to go with, or you want to just try something new but you still love the music and you love the environment and you love the people, or maybe you want to slow down and make money but you're not ready to like completely stop going to festivals. Like, there are so many different options in the festival scene, and it's really cool, the people that you get to meet, and then you start seeing the same people at multiple different festivals, and you start becoming like networked with them, and it's just really cool how everything kind of layers up together and works out. So, you know, going into Electric Forest, I was really nervous because I'm kind of newer to braiding for festival companies. I've been doing an independent thing for so long and doing only specifically dragon braids for years at this point. And now I'm really pushing my creative ability to like learn how to do stitch braids, or learn how to do smaller braids, or learn how to do feed-ins, or learn how to do all of these things. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I'm perfect at all of these things, because I'm not. I'm learning. Like, and I think that a lot of people don't give themselves the opportunity to experience things that they would love to do because they're not at the level that they think they should be in order to do that. But sometimes you just have to like bet on yourself and do the very best that you can, and focus on, you know, your intention. And if your intention is to do good and to have a positive impact in the environment around you, then just do it. Like, I'm so proud of myself for just jumping and putting myself in an environment to meet new people that change the way that I think. And I'm blown away by the experience. Like, there's been a lot of emotions and a lot of heavy things and sad things, obviously, that came out of Electric Forest, but I think there was also a lot of good things too. And I think it's important to realize that every single person in the world is going through something, and at different times, and we're all just out here doing the best that we can, and we just need to be a little softer, be a little kinder, and I think everything is gonna be okay and work out in your favor. So that's all I have.